Pentax K-3 Mark III review. Although it shares much of its styling with the K-3 II, launched in 2015, the third iteration has been significantly redesigned and rethought to offer improvements across the board, from the viewfinder and the sensor right down to the shutter button. It's essentially an all-new DSLR. In addition, the K-3 III is all the usual modes, making clever use of the image stabilization system, including anti-aliasing filter simulation and the multi-shot pixel shift resolution mode that shoots and combines 4 offset images to cancel out the bare pattern and remove the need for sharpness sapping demosacing. The K-3 III will be available from late April in a choice of black or silver with a recommended price of $2,000. A weather-sealed DBG8 battery grip with matched controls will also be available. A kit combining the body and grip is priced at $2,300. At the heart of the K-3 III is a new BSI CMOS APS-C sensor. Ricoh describes it as a 25MP chip, but the camera's resolution is actually 25.7 MP, raising the possibility that it's related to the one using in Fujifilm's X-T4. Either way, the sensor has no anti-aliasing filter and is capable of 14-bit readout at up to 12 FPS. Ricoh says the new sensor has better high ISO noise characteristics than the 24MP chip in the KP, and that this combines with improved processing power from its Prime V processor and Accelerator's Unit Roman 2 preprocessor to give better detail retention and noise reduction in low light conditions, though this could well mean noise reduction applied into raw data, as it did with the K-1 Mark II. Viewfinder magnification figures are usually calculated with 50mm lenses, regardless of sensor size. So some of that high figure comes from the apparent magnification of the camera's APS-C sensor. But even taking this into account, it would be equivalent to a 0.68x magnification finder on full frame, making it only a fraction smaller than the 0.7x finder in the Pentax K-1 models. That's small by the standards of many mirrorless cameras, in which viewfinder size isn't dependent on the viewing angle of the sensor, but is the largest ever fitted to an APS-C DSLR, more than just the size. The new finder has been designed using a transparent display panel in the viewing path, rather than having the display of a separate panel projected into the finder, as was the case in previous K3s. Ricoh says this change provides a 10% improvement in brightness over the Mark II. It also allows more flexibility in display customization. Ricoh has developed a completely new AF module for the K-3 III. The SAFOX 13 has 101 AF points, 25 of which are cross-type. 41 of the AF points can be manually selected, and the centermost 9 points can focus at down to 4 EV when paired with lenses that are f2.8 or brighter. The optics in front of the lens module expand the coverage of AF points to be 20% wider in the frame than the SAFOX 11 module in the K-3 II. On top of this, the camera's continuous AF system has been completely reworked. The K-3 II uses a 307-pixel RGB plus IR metering sensor that provides the AF system with a higher resolution view of the subject for subject recognition and tracking. A review of the predictive AF algorithms and the deep learning trained ability to recognize faces, eyes, and subjects such as birds promises improved AF-C performance in a range of situations. In-body stabilization is no longer the rarity it was when Pentax first introduced its shake reduction system, and the K-3 III system has been reworked to keep up with the competition. The 5-axis SR II IS system is rated at 5.5 EV, using SEPA standard testing, which is a 1.0 EV improvement over the rated performance of the K-3 II, and 0.5 EV more than the K-1 Mark II. A dedicated SR button lets you switch the camera between the default auto mode, off, or panning mode, which lets you adjust the response if the auto mode isn't correctly detecting slow, intentional panning movements. As with all the other major components of the camera, the K-3 III shutter mechanism has been completely reworked. It uses a coreless motor to drive both its shutter and mirror mechanisms, improving response times. The mirror mechanism has been made lighter to reduce inertia. The K-3 III becomes the first K-mount camera to offer 4K video capture. It can shoot UHD 4K at up to 30p and includes touchscreen control to avoid adding noise during recording.